Tapos when I have a mistake, I don't like it being parang, oh, nagkamali ka. I don't like other people pointing it out. Even when I'm struggling, ayoko, don't point it out. I mean, I already know, di ba? And that has really made me instead of learning before I create the mistakes. Now I'm creating a lot of mistakes first, then learning. And I think the first thing na it took me a long time to swallow was humility. My refusal to be humble. That I really need to know when I'm not doing good. That I cannot do it alone. That all of my decisions to consume content on my own, not hear my mistakes, be a lone wolf, was founded that I don't like being challenged. It was the first talaga na when you're listening to you. Second is you cannot choose what you don't know. For example, I spent a lot of time just listening to a few people. Tapos parang may ibang tao dyan na parang di ko sila feel pakinggan. Parang di ko trip. Ano ako, I get parang doubtful agad ako na ko pakinggan to, di ko feel. Ang pinaka-example ko dyan was, since I came from a different world, the coaching world, may mga nababasa akong content about copywriting. It's so different how you would write coaching content. So I was that bias na hindi ayoko basahin. Until sa TikTok, wala akong choice. As you scroll down, mababasa mo talaga. Rinig ko. And sabi ko, hold on, that made a lot of sense. And so parang nabuksan ako doon that yung second kong stagnate growth is not spending time to discover new things, especially for things that you feel like won't work for you or you feel like is challenging your values.
Parang may bias ka din eh.
Kasi doon yeah, it's really exploring the very biases and kung saan nagkaka-friction yung values mo, you're really going to grow a lot. Kasi yun nga essence of growth eh. Kaya nga growth kasi beyond who you are.
Yeah,
because it's beyond who you are, it's bound to be uncomfortable, it's going to be unfamiliar, and it's really going to be untested. And you really need to go to those three things na kaya nga sabi ko, when you're exploring the idea of growth, kailangan ready ka. Because you are surrendering power. You are surrendering strength. Kasi lalabas ka nga eh. I'm going to go somewhere unfamiliar. Ang dami kong hindi alam dito. So, that's the second thing. And third one is, babalik ako sa one of my favorite is accountability. With everything that you're consuming, everything that you're learning, how can you make sure that even your own pledges, even ikaw mismo, you don't clog yourself? You can actually put yourself into a situation na hindi rin mabuti para sa iyo.
Ayoko na, sinubukan ko to. Ayoko na, hindi na siya nag-work sa akin. Sinubukan ko yung freelancing. Nanood ako ng webinar ni Margaret, sinubukan ko for 1 week. Ayoko na. Alam mo yun. Nag-start ako ng business sa Shopee. After 1 month, ayoko na. So people are giving up eh, diba? We give up. And I think that's part of being human. So if you have one tip sa ating mga kapwa, na i-apply namin ng mga tao, push ourselves pa. And if you feel like giving up, what would that be?
I felt that it's going to be unconventional, but it's actually how I was going to respond if I was in a coaching session with this person. Was first, I'm going to acknowledge first that and say that giving up is okay. That's the first thing. And second is, I would make people ask themselves the question: if I give up, what would I lose, and what would I gain? Seeing those two things now, how will those two scenarios fit into the life I imagine, and which one will best serve me? So those were the things to calibrate. Kasi giving up is a symptom eh. That there's friction, there's a problem somewhere out there. However, you're quite uncertain of which decision is going to serve the bigger picture that you imagine for your life. So it's like you're a freelancer. However, freelancing is like one part of your entire life. You can be a freelancer in some other form. You can do a lot of other things. So sometimes in concerns like giving up or similar problems, naka-tunnel vision tayo, di ba? Nag-give up ako and I shouldn't. So ang ginagawa ko una, nilalabas ko sila. There's a big picture out there and this problem right now of giving up is just one part of it. How do you see first the situation going? if you decide in favor and against.
That's very clear. There is a framework. There's two
Yeah.
questions. Kasi honestly, yeah, it's okay to give up. Kasi there are things kasi na you have to give up. Kasi sometimes hindi na siya worth it di ba? Sometimes it's not worth it to push. Sometimes it's not good for your well-being. And sometimes probably it's really not your turf. Trying so hard kasi probably you're just impressing someone else. Alam mo yung ganon, you're pleasing other people, probably your family or whatever, yung mga ganon, or somebody else na important sa'yo. So sometimes you have to really make a decision based dun sa dalawang questions lang napakaganda and very powerful. What do you think yung sa mga tao na yung sinasabi nila na huwag ka mag-decide pag sobrang masaya ka, huwag ka din mag-decide pag sobrang malungkot ka? What do you think on that one? Will it affect ba sa decision-making process natin? Or hindi na? Mas maganda ba mag-decide kung masaya ka? Or what do you think?
Yeah. Now that got me thinking into, bumabalik ako sa mga coaching sessions.
Mhm.
Kasi there's really a lot of acknowledgement and validation of the feeling. Like example, pag sinampal ka dyan, like you can't control to get angry. You can control the response, but you can't control your emotion. That's the truth. Di ba? Some people say na, control your emotions. Totoo, hindi. Pag galit ka, pag nagsiselos ka, or pag you feel sad, you can't. You can't control the feeling, just the reaction, the response of the body. Pagdating doon sa question mo na, should I decide when I'm emotional?